The Juggernaut wasn't just a ghost. He was Leviathan's baby Cenobite in his own hellish training. Tonight, I'm going to prove that 13 Ghosts and Hellraiser are operating under the same demonic realm.
Welcome back to Blackdad and
Daughter.
If you love horror theory and expanded lore, you're in the right place. Let's open the door. Section 1. 13 Ghosts. In 13 Ghosts, the house isn't haunted. It's engineered. Think of it as a ghost-powered supercomputer. Every wall is etched with binding runes, and every spirit inside is locked in place like a living battery. Cyrus Kriticos captured 12 archetypal spirits. Together they are called the Black Zodiac. Each spirit was once human. Each died violently. Some stand out more than others. The firstborn son, Billy Michaels, a child frozen forever in his deadly game. The angry princess, Dana Newman, a tragic figure of vanity and rage. The jackal, Ryan Kuhn, a feral maniac locked inside a twisted cage. And the Juggernaut, Horace Breaker Mahoney, a towering brute who killed with his bare hands. These 12 ghosts, along with 8 others, form the circuit of power that drives the Basilius machine. But the ritual demands more, a final piece, a 13th ghost, the broken heart, a spirit created through an act of pure love, not violence. This ghost would complete the machine and open the Ocularis Infernum, the Eye of Hell. Placed as the Ocularis Infernum open, the Eye of Hell, promising ultimate vision to its master. In this world, the rules are brutal and precise. Ghosts are bound by ritual. Power comes from human archetypes, and the house is a mechanical interface to hell. Remember that word, rules. We're going to need it. Section 2, Hellraiser. Now switch to Hellraiser. The Lament Configuration, Philip Lemarchand's puzzle box, doesn't just open a door, it signs a contract. Solve it and the Cenobites arrive. They were once human, but Leviathan reshaped them into living archetypes of pain, desire, and order. They don't call themselves monsters, they call themselves explorers. They obey the law of the box, and once the rules are invoked, they enforce those rules with absolute precision. Leviathan watches from the labyrinth, projecting a black beam of judgment. That beam isn't just light, it's Hell's security camera, scanning souls, categorizing desires, and rewriting people into servants. And just like in 13 Ghosts, the rules are ironclad. Invite the law, and the law arrives. No contract, no Cenobites. 2 stories, 1 obsession with procedure. Section 3, the Shared Universe. Here's where the chill sets in. The Black Zodiac are human archetypes forged by violent trauma. The Cenobites are human archetypes forged by ritual suffering. The Basilius machine is a house's engine. The Lament Configuration is a box's key. Different devices, same playbook. Even the rewards rhyme. The Eye of Hell promises sight, omniscience. The puzzle box offers configurations that trade blood for gifts. Sensation, resurrection, knowledge, power. Different menus, same restaurant. It doesn't feel like coincidence. It feels like a shared rulebook written in suffering, contracts, and archetypes. And that rulebook is about to explain the Juggernaut. Section 4, the Juggernaut. Horace Breaker Mahoney, the Juggernaut, was a giant who murdered drifters in his junkyard. In death, he returns as a chain-draped phantom who revels in brutality. Hooks, chains, flesh as weapon. That aesthetic is pure Leviathan. He reads like a prototype, a recruit that never got processed. The Juggernaut wasn't meant to be trapped behind glass. He was built to be reborn as a Cenobite. Which raises one brutal question. Did Cyrus trap the Juggernaut first, or did he steal Leviathan's next soldier? Because the Juggernaut doesn't just haunt, he hunts. He doesn't merely appear, he enforces. He behaves like an apprentice without a master, a soldier without a rank, a baby Cenobite stuck in the wrong universe. If the box had found him before Cyrus did, Leviathan would have scanned him, rewritten him, and named him. Instead, the house interrupts the pipeline. Section 5. Cyrus Kriticos. Now Cyrus. He looks a lot like Roland Voight from the Hellraiser reboot. Rich, arrogant, obsessed, and willing to sacrifice anyone to reach beyond the veil. But here's the critical difference. Voight plays by Leviathan's rules. He bargains, he pays, he is reshaped. Cyrus refuses. He wants Hell's power without Hell's contract. He doesn't want to be remade. He wants to pirate the signal. So he builds a counterfeit. Not a box, but a mansion-sized knockoff. A periscope to look into Hell instead of a doorway to enter it. Cyrus isn't a genius in the Lemmershun tradition. He's Leviathan's school dropout. He copies the homework, fakes the ritual, and tries to skip the price. And in these stories, cheaters don't win. They get fed to the machine by his own creation. The moment you try to steal sight without payment, Hell makes you the lesson. Section 6. Conclusion. Line the systems up one last time. In 13 Ghosts, suffering powers a ritual that opens the eye of Hell. In Hellraiser, suffering seals a contract that buys forbidden gifts. Both stories turn humans into archetypes. Both treat pain as currency. Both rely on rules that cannot be broken. Different devices, same law, same hell. So here's the theory, clean and simple. Lemmershun designed keys for Hell. Cyrus reverse-engineered a viewer. The Juggernaut was a draft pick for Leviathan's roster. The house hijacked him. The overlap isn't an Easter egg, it's infrastructure. If that's true, then the Ocularis Infernum and Leviathan's beam are two names for the same function. Hell's vision, omniscience granted only when the system is satisfied. When you pay, the light shows you everything. When you cheat, the light shows you yourself. What do you think? Was the Juggernaut Leviathan's rejected soldier, or a recruit Cyrus stole out of the pipeline? Was Cyrus a legitimate occult engineer, or a Lemmershun imitator who tried to jailbreak the system? And if these worlds already share the same hell, which other horror stories are hiding in the same rulebook? Drop your theory in the comments. If you want me to test another crossover against Hellraiser's contracts, tell me which movie to dissect next. And if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive into my beautiful dark twisted fantasy.
So that's our theory. 13 Ghosts and Hellraiser. Same hell, same rules.
But what do you think? Was the Juggernaut a Cenobite in training or just a ghost in chains?
Drop your take in the comments. We will read all of them.
And if you're new here, hit subscribe so you don't miss our next horror deep dive.
Until then, stay in the dark.